weiß Bescheid. Entiendo.
Welcome to all Caribbean entrepreneurs. If you've been ready and waiting to take your business digital and get paid online while you sip something strong on the beach, this podcast is for you. We'll hear from the Caribbean's finest entrepreneurs on topics like e-commerce, business development, brand building, social media, their wins and failures. This is the only place in the region helping you navigate the digital age from the Caribbean's perspective. This is Digipreneur FM. And now, let's give it up for the Digiboss himself, Mr. Karan Rose.
Thank you, everybody. I want to welcome you guys to another edition of the Sunday motivation segment of the Digipreneur FM podcast. I really hope you guys enjoy. I hope that any of you that are listening can take something from this and apply it. And whatever resonates, take. Whatever doesn't resonate, you guys can move along. But I hope this is a word for you guys on this Sunday morning. When starting our businesses, many of us are constantly bombarded with the blueprints from everybody who has done it before us. There is a pressure to follow the rules and paths that have been laid out before us. Respectfully, that is what school has taught us, to constantly research and do our homework and follow what has already been done. This is now limiting the creativity of the masses. The people who are making massive waves are thinking outside of the box that we have built to control how people think. The pandemic is forcing everybody to think outside of the box because there has been no plan to deal with something like the COVID-19 pandemic in all of the business books that we have read. One of the big things that keeps many of us stuck from starting is analysis by paralysis. We feel that we need to read more, study more, get more degrees, and do more courses before we could even start. Meanwhile, there are those who are taking messy but inspired action and learning how to create their dreams and embrace the notion of failing forward. We are around people who prefer to view the world in a linear fashion, and because they can't wrap their minds around your big dreams, they prefer to rain on your parade, then see you free. Remember, misery wants company. More people will tell you all about the jobs being lost, the salaries being slashed during these times. But nobody wants to tell you that in the last year, there have been 5 million new millionaires created across the world. There are a total of 56 million millionaires in the world right now in 2021. This is growing and not slowing down because there are more opportunities for people to create businesses for themselves. Now, nobody is telling you that you need to become a millionaire, but we need to balance the conversations now. In today's day and age, the average person can create their own income from the comfort of their homes with just a computer or a phone and an internet connection. When you look at rising TikTok stars like Kaby Lame, who has now become a millionaire off of creating content and is often regarded as the Mr. Bean of TikTok, you can begin understanding that even during these hard times like the pandemic, we can still create a livelihood. Think about all of the things that Rowan Atkinson, aka Mr. Bean, had to go through back in his time. He went to acting school back in the 70s, and while he may have won his first big awards for acting in the 80s, it was his mega hit show, Mr. Bean, that launched in the 90s that saw him become a global icon. Kaby Lame did this on the streets of Italy during a pandemic with just his phone, TikTok, no acting school, no degree, no awards, just sheer creativity and a passion to make you laugh. Folks, the point is this. The people who are winning right now are learning how to let their creativity run wild in their respective niches and passions. They are learning just how to create the lives they want to live and leveraging all of the tools that we have available to us. So many of us are not getting started simply because we feel like we don't have what we need to start. We are too busy watching others and killing our dreams before they even begin. We live in a time where those creating the life that they want can create a business from anywhere, get paid online from anyone, use Airbnb to live in any country they want, and use ride-sharing services to travel amongst almost any country that they are in. You can quite literally live, build, create, and explore the world right now, utilizing the things that have been made available to us only a few years ago. The time for creativity is now. Ultimately, creativity and ingenuity are what is going to see you win. Whatever you are trying to do in your life right now, we have never had access to this many tools and resources that are seeing the average man on the street being able to chase their dreams. The time for creativity is now.
You've been listening to the Digiboss, Karan Rose. We hope your notepad was filled after this episode. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. The learning doesn't stop, folks. And to make sure you don't miss any gems from the Digiboss, go over and follow him on all social media platforms at Karan Rose. Folks, don't just sit there with a notepad. We need you to implement at least one thing into your business before the next episode. That's the only way your business levels up. Thanks for listening to Digipreneur FM. Now go be great.